What's an example that you've experienced in your time of something that stands out where you met a resident where they were at? Like, do you have a story that jumps out?
Well, I can tell you this. So one of my favorite residents, which maybe you shouldn't have favorites, but his name was Ralph Love, and he was a mechanic, Ford mechanic. He actually worked with Henry Ford, and he was one of the top mechanics in the nation. And just a super cool, amazing guy. At age 70, he climbed Mount Rainier. But every time they would have mechanical issues, the Ford plant, they would call Ralph and they would send a car down here and have him work on it to figure out what was going on. I mean, this guy was genius. And he and his wife were going to move into Cotter House. 2 days before that, they were supposed to move in. His wife passes away. Now, he had a light, very mild dementia. He didn't really have to live in our community. He was moving in to be with his wife, basically. Well, Ralph decides, I love Cotter House. I'm going to move in anyways. So he moves in. And I was like, wow, so how are we going to keep this guy active? So one day, my son and I were talking. He's like, Dad, you should buy a vintage car, Ford vintage car. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. That would be amazing. So I called a buddy of mine that was good on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, dude, I want to buy a Ford vintage car. He sends me a link, and it's this 57 Ford Fairlane coming out of Asheville, North Carolina. And I bought it, $8,000. I have it shipped up, and I bring Ralph to the front of our building. And as it's driving past to go into our parking lot, I said, Ralphie boy, that's ours, and we're going to fix it up. And he's like, oh my gosh, you just made my life. And it was just the cutest thing. And literally, he and I, we would go out and we put new brakes on that car. We got it running. We put a new carburetor system on it. And now so what I did is I actually had it wrapped with residents' photographs. And it's a rolling tribute to our amazing residents. And so I take it in parades and stuff. And so it's a 57 Ford Fairlane that's wrapped with images of all of our current and past residents. And it's called the Rolling Tribute. But Ralph, he passed since. He was with us for 4 years. And oh my gosh, he was a gem, man.